underestimate them.
Bugger their night.
Somebody saw the
What
high
did
wind
you
coming out
say?
from behind a mountain in one of the frames. Like everybody went frame by frame through that.
Should this citadel
Rebirth
be
trailer.
allowed to fall?
I think we didn't record some of that.
Okay.
Damn it.
Capital
Oh,
will
well.
lie exposed.
So yeah, this is the guy with the rings. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the
good
king's
king's
pawns.
pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Wait, you didn't record the video or the audio?
The audio.
Okay.
The light wasn't on all of a sudden. I don't know.
You can hold the share button and check the status.
No, I mean on the
Just
mixer.
leaves
Oh,
me.
okay. Oh, the audio from the game.
No, the audio of us talking and the audio of the game in the
Iron
mixer.
blood
Okay.
will rule the day they set foot on
Please
stone.
excuse our mess. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
This game is
We're experiencing some equipment that needs to be smashed with a hammer.
What was the first Final Fantasy game you played?
2/4.
Yeah, same.
I'd played Dragon Warrior first,
Same.
and
On
then
NES?
I think it was the very first time I had a sleepover with my friend Robert. We went and
That's Robert that we know now still?
Yeah,
on
Robert that we know.
Discord?
We went to Viewer's Choice, which is the local little. Oh
He's
yeah,
gonna
sex
split
stuff.
her up the middle.
Take
How
care.
can she handle all that? Man
Does
meat.
the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the
I think
latter?
they're in cahoots.
No, my
They're
love.
working together.
You are a lion. You're my lion.
Nice. Sucker titties.
It's got, yeah, it's got
Afraid of
fondling.
little
Yeah.
frost,
Rated X for fondling.
but I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Specifically, my penis. Did you play Final Fantasy on NES? Dragon Warrior on NES?
So yeah, I played Dragon Warrior, and
How old were you when the NES came out? Do you remember?
I'd have been 3, right? Because
Yeah.
it was 85.
Okay.
For earliest thing I remember is my uncle had a Nintendo that had Super Mario Brothers, and I would play it all. I was obsessed with playing it when I went over there.
Yeah, it's always the cool uncle or cool
Yeah.
big brother or cousin. My older cousins had the Pitfall,
Right.
Atari. We had to go all the way up to Pennsylvania. To go, brrrt.
And then, first he had an Atari, and then I guess when he got the Nintendo, he gave us the Atari. I guess it was 2600, right?
Oh, so you had an Atari? I never had one. I always
Yeah.
wanted one.
So around the time he had a Nintendo, I had his old Atari, and I mostly played Space Invaders, and there was like a robot game where you were like robots that fought. So I must have been, I don't know, like 5 maybe at that point.
So did you play every Final Fantasy after 2, 4?
Yeah. So the first time I ever had a sleepover with Robert, we went to Viewer's Choice, which is the local mom and pop rental place that was right by our neighborhood,
As always.
and
you had a
rented
bunch of
Legend of
them.
Zelda: Link to the Past.
Would you
and
say
Final
Software
Fantasy
Asylum
II.
and Viewer's Choice, were they near each other? When Abilene is small.
I don't know if Software Asylum was around this. Software Asylum was, I don't know, it was probably a 8-minute drive away. And this one was like in our
This is a
neighborhood.
show about old stores and restaurants that are closed now.
Yeah. The funny thing is, a lot of these places there is no record of them at all. You can't find anything on the internet about them. Titan.
That's that dude. He's about to get his dick warmed after he kills everybody. Like a Garuda lady.
So yeah, we rented Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and Final Fantasy II, and that was the first time I'd ever seen Final Fantasy. And of course, I'd played Dragon Warrior, but Final Fantasy like had a story and characters and stuff. So I was obsessed with it as soon as I played it the very first time.
What about a Final Fantasy, A Link to My Ass? And it's Pride Month. Yeah, I played that one on a Super NES. It was rad.
Yeah, and then whenever Final Fantasy III came out, we were all like upset, like way
was it
looking forward to it.
Actually free that time?
What?
I still don't understand the
No, that was 6.
number wang drama
Yeah.
that they did.
Yeah, Final Fantasy I came out for the NES.
Yeah.
And so after Final Fantasy II, I probably went back and played Final Fantasy. I know Josiah had
But
Final
why are
Fantasy.
2 and 4 the same thing?
So then Final Fantasy 2 and 3 came out for the original Nintendo, or the Famicom, the Japanese in Japan. And then those didn't come out here. So the next one was Final Fantasy 4 for the Super Nintendo. And that finally released here as Final Fantasy 2. And then Final Fantasy 5 came out for the Super Famicom, but it didn't come out here. And then 6 released, and that was released as 3 here. And then 7 was 7 here because that's whenever they went over to Sony, and Sony's like, we're not going to do that crap. We're not going to. We're going to go to the normal numbering convention. So
It's like the same way that podcasts get released. Who cares what the episode is?
yeah,
Let's just call it something and put it out.
it is just a name.
Then you get to have articles on IGN 20 years later. How to play in order.
Yeah, right.
How to watch Star Wars in order.
Yeah. Why is Final Fantasy 4 too?
Yeah, we're going to play Final Fantasy in machete order.
Yeah.
Like, chop it up. Glaive. Sword glaive order.
Yeah. But I was the first one out of any of my friends, I think, that bought a PlayStation. I bought it just for Final Fantasy 7. And I remember, I got it, and then I took it over to Robert's house, and was like, the PlayStation and the game. I was like, all right, here's a new Final Fantasy.
How old were you?
When Final Fantasy 7 came out, I was 15.
Okay. But when you were playing the NES, 2 and 4 at Roberts.
I was
You were
10,
like
11.
Yeah, because I thought that's how old I was. I'm like 8 years older than you or something. 6.
Yeah,
You're
you're
yeah.
like 6 years older. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did it with a sleepover and we beat Mike Tyson. That was like right when the NES came out.
So in 85?
Yeah,
So you were like 9?
Yeah. Tyson was a launch game.
Yeah. Was it?
It was close. You
Yeah.
know, Zelda and Tyson and Mario and Duck Hunt, they all kind of came out right
Yeah,
near,
I
near the
know.
beginning.
Legend of Zelda was 86.
Yeah.
Mario released with the NES at 85. Duck Hunt released with the NES. So they were all like 85. That was within the first year.
Duck
2
Hunt.
years. Duck Hunt.
Not today. Not on my watch. Make for soldiers keep.
Yeah, I had all 4 of the Dragon Warriors for NES. But I didn't have a Super Nintendo until way later, so I only played the first Final Fantasy, and then at a friend's house I played the Super Nintendo ones.
This kind of feeds into what we were talking to Chiaki about, how we think all Japanese people talk like a 1,000-year-old samurai.
Yeah.
Like the typical Japanese accent is.
Konnichiwa! Yeah.
But nobody actually talks like that here.
Yeah.
There? This is a Japanese interpretation of medieval. Because it took Game of Thrones coming out for them to go, oh, you can have it medieval and be adult and have it be cool. They've been trying for 15 games.
Yeah.
Well, no, 7 and 15 were modern. 13 was modern. Oh, those are the only modern ones, right? Modern setting, cyber. 15, 13, and 7.
Well, 7 was
No,
kind
8
of
was kind of modern.
steampunk. 7 was kind of steampunk or cyberpunky.
Yeah. I mean, they had,
8 was more modern. 8 was like
Yeah.
they had cars and guns.
I'm going
and
to
stuff
flying
like
magic
that.
school.
And they had like rockets and missiles and
Yeah.
all that. And cars. There's definitely cars were in that.
9 was back to
9 was
medieval.
back to like medieval.
10 was old timey.
10 was like a post-apocalyptic
It was beach medieval.
beach magic world. But also
had technology.
but 1,000 years ago was like the ultra modern technology
Yeah.
for them. So it was post-apocalyptic. And then
11 was online.
11
but it
was online, and it
medieval.
was kind of like a more of a medieval world. 12 was more of a medieval world. What?
Did you play 11 at all?
No, I didn't play. I didn't consider online Final Fantasies Final Fantasy. At least not
Same.
actual number ones. It should have been just called Final Fantasy Online. It should have
Yeah.
been called Final Fantasy 11.
That's Number Wang. Do you know what Number Wang is? Did you watch the Mitchell and Webb show before Peep Show?
No.
It's the same Succession people. A lot of the writers.
Oh,
Mark
really?
Mylode from Succession wrote this British show
Okay.
called Peep Show about these
Oh
crazy
yeah, I know Peep
relations.
Show. Yeah.
Before it was called the Mitchell and Webb
Yeah.
And they had, that's where the gift comes, are we the baddies? And they're
Yeah,
Nazis?
Yeah. Oh, is that what that's from?
Yeah. It's a great show. British comedy is its own flavor.
Yeah, I hit the button 4 times. Success. This is so hard.
Is this the first demo with photo mode?
I don't know enough about demos to know if they had photo mode.
Can the same be said of your spellcraft?
Spellcraft.
The flames of the phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without.
Just don't let the gay guy see.
Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Demos with photo. Oh. Butterfingers. Photo mode.
Oh, no. I opened the main menu.
There it is. Pad. Photo mode in Forspoken demo was the first one. Great. Speak of the devil.
I'm not stopped recording. Oh, yeah. I was just making sure that we were still recording
Yeah.
the video.
I mean, it copies better when it's in half-hour chunks, you know.
Yeah.
But whatever. Time is time. Resident Evil 4 demo had photo mode.
You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught.
So much
if you don't
armor,
learn
so much
how to
metal.
use it.
Bro. It's metal.
On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
Stay quick on your feet.
Which game demos had photo mode? Forspoken,
Don't
Final
simply
Fantasy.
watch my movements. Read them.
Evade. Precision dodge.
How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
That was amazing.
I guess we're using practice swords, those wooden swords.
Yeah, I can't remember which Final Fantasy game was my first one. Must have been 2 or 3.
It was a Super Nintendo one, wasn't it?
No, it was NES.
Okay, then it was 1.
Your blade is
Okay.
not your only weapon. Quickness of
It was
thought
like
and fleetness
after
of
I played all the
are
launch titles
indispensable
and got
for
into
any
Mega
shield
Man,
task.
and then
Yeah.
Mega Man was too
But you are
hard.
not just any
And then I got a Dragon Warrior. I think it was Dragon Warrior 3. Maybe it was
Okay.
1. And I liked the turn-based and the open world. And that was when I had that first fantastical feeling of walking in a randomly generated battlefield of the open overworld
Yeah.
too far without having a random battle generate.
Yeah.
Like somehow the RNG let me go walk farther than it should have, and I just got destroyed by some huge thing. And then I was like, "This is awesome! I gotta get I gotta get stuff. I gotta get better. I gotta get magic, and I can come back and kill that thing." And then
Yeah.
maybe and then Final Fantasy had even better of that. Like,
Yeah, the grinding and watching the numbers go up and
Yeah.
the leveling and all that. That I was addicted to that this first time I ever played it.
yeah, it helped my kid learn math.
Oh yeah.
All because there's multipliers and stuff.
One way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished.
Geometry Wars.
Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear.
Anakin, your penis is showing.
Mend your wounds.
But yeah, I don't think I didn't play another one until 7. The dude down the hall at college had a PlayStation
That's better.
PS1.
Yeah.
Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal.
And I had only seen a
if you are
PS1
to
before that
navigate a path
at my
to
boss's
victory.
house at Sunglass
Or at
Hut.
the very least,
He had a fighting game with
ensure that you live
robots.
to fight
It was
another
really
day.
cool. But then, yeah,
Enough
7 came out
practice.
later for the PS1, and
It's time
the
for
guy down the hall
test.
had
You've recovered
Yeah.
from
he
your
had Final
zombie
Fantasy
episode.
7. He had Metal Gear Solid,
When he's drowned,
and he was in a band that wasn't a ska band, which was awesome for 98. Because 97, 98, everybody who was in a band was some gay, fake ska shit.
Yeah.
White boy ska.
As you wish, my lord.
Well, we had it was that summer. So it was that summer of 1997, right? And I worked at my dad's office,
You were 14.
just filing stuff when I was 14. Yeah.
That's child labor.
Was I 14? Yeah, I guess I was 14.
Did you get a work permit? It doesn't matter
I was
if it's
just
your dad.
working for
Yeah.
my dad. I was 15.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was like summer 97.
You can get a work permit when you're 15. Well, in Virginia, I don't know about that.
And I'm pretty sure I got a paycheck and everything.
Did you hear how all that is fucked up now? There's like 10-year-olds working at McDonald's.
Yeah,
they're trying
that's
to change the
that's
laws
crazy.
to get child labor back. Some old Republican dude was like, "Kids are too entitled. Make them go. They used to be on the field.
Yeah.
You can do it, Clive.
Change the law so they can learn how to get stick-to-itiveness and perseverance and long suffering."
Right.
I kind of got, I think I got out of video games in between the NES and PS2. Well, I got a Dreamcast. But yeah, between college and being after college and having like roommates and shit,
Yeah.
one of my roommates had a PS1 when we all moved in together. And we put it in the living, but that was like the final days of PS1.
Yeah.
And I just took it over. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I have you have a PS1. Now I have a PS1." And it was when Final Fantasy VIII came out. So I would come home from work. I was working in HR for a government subcontractor, and I would work, just 9 to 5. Come home, pour a pitcher of beer,
Yeah.
and play Final Fantasy VIII, and drink directly from the pitcher of beer, because the spout pours beer down your throat faster. I was 22. And some friend of ours from high school kept coming over to hang out. Like, that was just like how I would pregame, because
Yeah.
people would come over in the evenings, because we were like one of the first people to have an apartment, so people would come hang out. This girl kept coming over, and she liked me, and I couldn't understand why. I was like, she only ever sees me playing Final Fantasy and drinking a pitcher of beer, and not talking to anyone. She would come over early for the pregame. I was like, this must be meant to be. This lady thinks it's cool that I'm doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I had I was the first one to get a PS5 or a PlayStation, original PlayStation, out of my friends.
OP.
I worked for my
Maximum
dad.
OPs.
I worked for my dad
Were
and
you getting
saved
paid?
up all my money.
Did you get hourly?
Yeah, I can't. It was like $5.15 or whatever the minimum was at the time. And,
Yeah.
And so I saved up enough of what
Did everybody think that you just got the job because it was your dad? Were they
No, I
pissed at
was
you?
No, it was.
They had to have somebody
It was
do that
over the
stuff.
summer. It was doing filing at his CPA firm
Okay.
downstairs in the basement where all the files were. It
Was a
nothing.
lot of people at the company?
No, it was like, I don't know, 15.
Okay.
So I saved up all my money, or enough of my money to buy a PlayStation. And then I guess my dad found out that was what I spent my money on, and he got mad because
that's
he
pretty
hated video games. Because he was
Pretty standard. If you start a small company like that, one of the reasons that you do it is so that you can have your kid learn to work and stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody, especially if you're one of the, was he the owner of the company?
Oh, he's one of the partners.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. My kid's working here. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. So yeah, he got mad that I spent the money that I earned on a freaking a video game system.
Yeah.
But then I went to I played Wild Arms first, which is kind of an RPG.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, didn't that have timed strikes?
Maybe
Like Mario Superstars?
I can't remember at all.
One of those did. It was either Legend of Dragoon
Yeah.
or Wild Arms had that timed.
And Wild Arms was kind of anime looking. It was kind of yeah, it was kind of it looked like a cartoon.
Yeah,
Or it had anime cutscenes or whatever, like animated cutscenes. I played Mega Man 8, but I never played the demo of Final Fantasy 7. And then I just bought it when it came out, and that of course I played nonstop for like 6 months.
I mean, they don't need to put out demos, especially if it's from Creative Business Unit 3, which is like the coolest company name
Yeah.
ever.
This is no place for one such as you.
I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
I bet all those dudes go home from work and show their wives their Creative Business Unit.
Yeah.
Rosaria thanks you for your
3-inch Chinese
That's right. Japanese.
Creative Business Unit. Oh.
Is that the same lady from before? Is she banging the big guy in the future?
No, she's the king's wife. That's his mom, Joshua's
Yeah.
mother. I don't know if it's Clive's mother, but it's the king's cousin. That's why Joshua's retarded and sick. He's not retarded. He's just sickly.
It's a sickly boy.
He's like Jedi retarded, like he has powers. He's got retard strength.
So
of being
that's
a-
Clive, but he's young.
Icolon. Yeah, he's got emo hair. He doesn't. He grows up and has serious hair later. You can only have emo hair when you're young. And he's wearing white now. He doesn't wear white anymore when he's old.
Lord Murdoch?
You got a fucking problem.
Your Grace.
This is so medieval.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault.
So Game of Thrones.
Not everyone can be born
It's
free.
realistic shit talking. Just like Game of Thrones.
We should join them.
But yeah, so 8 I played the first time I had an apartment with my friends, and then 9 we had moved into a house, and I got the PS2, or no, we had a Dreamcast, and then my roommate that had the PS1, he didn't even want it anymore. He's like, you can take it in your room. So I had the PS1 in my room when 9 came out, and I had one of those little TVs with a VCR thing under it, like all one unit, and I played Final Fantasy 9 in the corner of my room. I had like the master bedroom at this house, and it had like a little breakfast nook with a window.
Yeah.
So I put the chair and the PS1 in there and the little TV, and would sit up there and look out the window and play Final Fantasy 9. It was rad. We gotta watch that trailer later after this.
I played I got Final Fantasy 8 like the summer after Final Fantasy 7 came out. It's like less than a year after Final Fantasy 7 came out. We had the Japanese demo of 8 because we got it through those Software Asylum guys that imported it.
And it worked on an American PS1?
Yeah, you had to start playing an American game.
Yeah.
You put a little pin in the lid so it would open while it was spinning.
Nice.
And then you had to pull out the American game and put in the other game real fast to like at a certain time when it loaded or whatever.
Huh.
That was how you got past the copy protection, the region locking.
Yeah.
So we did that, and we played Final Fantasy VIII in Japanese,
Your Grace.
the demo of it. Whenever it had the Michael Bay music, it literally had the music from The Rock. Does
Flip still jailbreak stuff for people? He used to.
Does anything jailbreak? I mean, aside from a Nintendo Switch,
I think Flip offered to jailbreak my PS3 or 4 for me.
Yeah, you can do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So you could get Japanese things.
Yeah.
Japanese 3-inch creative business units.
Yes, Father.
And then, I played Final Fantasy VIII, $9.99. I didn't get a Dreamcast. I got Final Fantasy VIII. And then 9 I got when I was a freshman in college, and I played it in my dorm room like nonstop. Didn't go to class. I played Final Fantasy 9, and then my roommate played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and Ocarina of Time, and both of us flunked out of school our first semester.
Nice.
Where do you think you're going?
Those years, the
See the Archduke.
college dormitories got turned into ultimate dark gaming lounges.
And then, 10 I played back when I was back in Abilene because I flunked out of college. That's that next summer. Because, 9, 10, and 11 came out real fast.
Yeah.
And then 12 didn't come out until 2006 when I was living with my friends Wes and Jay.
Again, medieval was rad.
And I had been kind of pseudo-dating this chick for like a month. But she was like kind of, just like wanting to just like kind of friend zoning or whatever.
Yeah.
So one night I bought Final Fantasy 12, and I just sat there and I stopped talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Like I just cut her off
Yeah.
and did nothing but play Final Fantasy 12, and she was sending me all these angry messages on MySpace because I was ignoring her.
I did that to a girl I was living with Shadow of Colossus and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
She would say shit, and I'm like, nope, I'm not. I'm not available right now.
Yeah. And then I played all the way through Final Fantasy 12. And then the story about 13, right? 13's when I was living with Sean, and all of me, Sean, Flip, and Dylan took off an entire day for the release of Final Fantasy 13, and we went and bought Final Fantasy 13 and started playing it, and played it for about 8 hours, and then never played it again.
Did you go to the midnight release?
I think we probably got it at midnight.
I was there at Westgate.
No, I got it. I can't remember where we got it, but I bought it.
Yeah.
Flip's probably still got my copy.
Yeah.
So we got it for PS3. But yeah, we played it for 8 hours straight that one day, and then never picked it up again because Apparently, it takes 30 hours of gameplay before you even actually play the game.
Yeah, but it's mostly hitting the X button.
Yeah, and it's mostly just walking through a hallway and hitting the X button.
So I beat the whole game and did all the extra shit because I had a newborn. My daughter.
Yeah.
So you could hold her with one arm and play and hit X
Just
over
hit
and over
X
again
over and over.
with the other hand. It was a perfect rocking a newborn to sleep
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I remember I was like, what is this? This is not Final Fantasy.
Why is there a black guy with a bird?
Yeah.
And he's like the comic relief.
And there were 2 more Final Fantasy 13 games that I never played, too. So.
And they turned the summons were vehicles. Like you could ride the Shiva motorcycle girls.
Okay. Yeah.
There were 2 girls and they turned into one motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then they were all like ships or tanks or something cool, some kind of cool. And it was, I guess that was cyberpunk, or it was kind of like really far futuristic,
Yeah.
idyllic.
It was like futuristic magic.
Yeah. Not as cyberpunk as 7, but and it had a strong female lead.
And 14, I've played maybe a total of, I don't know, 7 hours.
Yeah, same.
And then 15, I got at release and started playing it, and I was like, man, this is like half of a game. It's like not finished.
Yeah.
But I played all the way through it before that, and I didn't get to do any of the expansions or any of the DLC or anything, but I played all the way through it. I was like, man, this would have been a really good game if it was more complete.
Yeah, we did all of it. We did all the bounties. I still download that and do the bounties sometimes. I haven't finished them all. That's one of the things I'm most pumped for this game.
Uh-oh, this is a racist word. Slave master?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can't say slave.
I'm having my bearer filled
That's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
to save what crystals we
He's making his slave do sex magic.
Well, it's pretty.
What was the name of the school in 8? The floating school?
They were all called gardens.
Garden, yeah.
So the Balam Garden was the
Yeah.
one that you, and then there was Trabia Garden and Galbadia Garden. Galbadia were the bad guys.
Yeah.
Clive,
Yes, Joshua.
why?
Are you worried about the war?
The soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
They made me get my ear pierced and I'm only 10. It hurted.
Father will guide you, and I will protect you.
It looks like 14, a little bit.
Yeah.
I know.
The hair and the
Thank you, Clive.
facial features. That's because I've created Business Unit 3.
Do you understand? The power of the Phoenix dwells within Joshua,
Hell
and
yeah.
Joshua alone. If any ill should befall him, it will be on your head. Do not neglect your duties again.
Oh yeah, this is back in the day where if you get fired, you get killed.
Yeah.
You're fired. Also, you're dead. I don't want to get fired. They'll never be able to get another job again because you're dead. Making an effort. Obligatory hold the button things. There's a lot of these.
Hard, yeah.
There's one that looks cool that I've seen on all the other tech demos or play demo and stuff where like you move the cursor around to multi-lock
Yeah.
on people and then he goes and shoots a bunch of magic.
Good luck.
My whole PS app is full of captures of Torgal. The kids love Torgal.
Oh, the dog?
Yeah. Something happens to Torgal, we're going to have a problem. I'm the king, you're my son, but you're a bastard. But my real son is a retard.
So she's not his mom?
I don't think so.
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of
Japanese
black.
hair is always so clean. How do they get their hair
In just
to
these
stay
few
right?
moons, the blight has taken nigh
Some
on
magic.
all
They
the
have
men.
hair magic.
It's
Magic hair
realistic,
gel.
yeah.
It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
They don't have Jew froze over there.
Nearly every available.
Yeah, with all the technology and all the Rocket Raccoon and all the cool Sully hair and all the advances, I still have not seen realistic CG Jew fro. Flippy whippies coming off the side of people's hair. It's just too much detail. It needs to be in 8K to be able to properly
They need better particles.
portray the Jew.
Yeah.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
This has just been talking and cutscenes,
Yeah.
except for that one little fight.
I mean, it's the first 4 hours of the game. Usually, you know, just Final Fantasy and Metal Gears. The Japanese are trying to discipline you to learn how to pay attention,
Yeah.
like an Easterner. Your Western sensibilities are causing you to have a short attention span.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something
You were
else
talking
we
on
know.
Discord today with your friend about pulling nose hairs out,
Rodney,
and I remember figuring out how to do that to stay awake in meetings at work.
Oh my
It
god.
depends on the size of the meeting. Like if it's a big
Yeah.
one with rows and rows of people, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But I tried to do it when I moved to my new department. There was only 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
and I started crying.
It like made your eyes water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, "Well, I'm awake, but now I'm crying."
Yeah.
While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to
Who was it who said they pulled out a long nose hair?
Was it Jason?
Then you will join us at
Let me see.
Phoenix Gate.
Make for Phoenix Gate.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's Mikey.
Okay.
it is time to prove your strength and shut your mother up for good.
Are you on Discord? You can link this to
I will do
the
my
stream to
duty,
Discord, right?
Your Grace.
We're not streaming anything.
Okay. We're not doing it through there.
That will be all.
I don't know if PS5 you can stream and record.
No,
Yes,
you can't.
Your Grace.
You have to pick.
Yeah. You can with PC. That's why I was trying to do this with the PC, but the Elgato won't work.
Oh yeah, now you can hold the pad and read lore anytime during a cutscene or anything.
Oh, you can learn about all this stuff. Yeah.
The mother crystals.
Father of Clive and Joshua. So his mom is like Catelyn Stark.
Yeah,
Doesn't like him.
she's evil. She does something evil. I don't want to spoil the demo for you, but I don't know what it is either. I just remember somebody said she chose war.
You have chosen poorly. That's a
How
pretty
many-
gay little hop. Look at that hop.
Yeah, he's a fancy lad. He quite fancies that.
It's a fancy hop.
I quite fancy that hop. Is this the first Final Fantasy with jumping? Has there been jumping before?
I think.
There was a big
no,
deal when Link-
15 had jumping. 15 had some kind of platforming type stuff.
Wasn't Breath of the Wild the first one with jumping? The first Zelda with jumping?
the first one with a button that made you jump?
Yeah.
I think in Ocarina of Time, if you
To
walked
ga-
up to an
yeah.
edge, you automatically jumped.
Yeah. Gaps.
But I think that I'm pretty sure that Breath of the Wild was the first one that had an actual button that made you jump.
Did you finish that yet? How
No.
far are you?
No, I probably played, I don't know, over 100 hours at least. I've done 3 of the temples.
Same. Which ones do you have left?
I have the Zora and then whatever the 5th one is. I don't know what the 5th one is.
Okay. I did the Zora. I haven't done the Gerudo yet.
Yeah, I just finished the Gerudo. On the
This
plane,
shit-
actually, from Denver. Yeah.
I can't figure out how to unlock the last whatever turn on the power dump thing.
But I can't exactly leave them
It's
behind.
in that temple somewhere,
Yeah.
and there's a dot for it, and
I
I'm
think I
trying
know exactly which one because I think it was the last one I did too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get under it and ascend up into
Yeah,
it.
I ascended up into the room that has it, and then you have to do some stuff with there's like Indiana Jones style spiky things that go like that,
Yeah.
and you have to like find things to put on there.
Yeah, that game, Tears of the Kingdom, makes you miss the powers from Breath of the Wild. There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
times when
yeah.
I would
Rivali's Gale, man.
freeze. Yeah,
Rivali's Gale really was useful.
Rivali's Gale is gone now, and you have to make a fan thing.
Yeah,
We'll watch over him.
or burn something.
Years, he's already a fine soldier. Will make a splendid shield.
You seem more.
Yeah, you haven't even gotten into the meat,
He was
the hot
rejected,
meat
Elwyn.
of the game yet.
Our
household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless. A
See,
man
she's
like
shitty
any
to
other.
Clive. She doesn't like Clive because he didn't come out of her pussy.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of
Rosaria.
Not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
Does he have to give the throne to Joshua when he comes of age? Bow, chicka, bow, bow, wicka, chicka, wicka, chicka.
All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us.
So she's his cousin.
your
I
precious
guess.
noble
If you read all the active time lore.
long since
I don't know.
embraced
Pause
the
it and
gutter.
look at her thing. It says, can you do that now? Can you hold pad and do?
Yeah.
Go to her and see if it says she's Clive's
Yeah, they're
daughter.
both Rosfield.
Wife of... Oh, yeah, she is the mother of Clive. So he's not a bastard. But
Any
they're...
previous dominants. The two are cousins. So why doesn't she like Clive if she...
I don't know. I mean, maybe mother to him
Or-
means...
Maybe it's because he doesn't have the Phoenix blood.
Yeah. I don't know. He has Phoenix powers.
Yeah.
Clive. Bastard.
We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
A lot of people have theorized that Barnabas is Clive's real father instead of Elwyn, or that Annabelle isn't his actual mother. I put this chart together to show how I think Elwyn actually looks closer to Clive than Barnabas. Oh my god.
Nerds.
Teen Clive looks a bit more like his mother, whereas 20s Clive
Nerds.
looks a bit more like his father.
This is it then.
Nerds!
Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star.
Okay, people are just using the theories to
I'm a little old for that.
understand how a mother
get
can
some
be
sleep.
such a bitch to her son.
Yeah, bitch. Oh, it's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be 107. Upcoming. We're gonna be at the
You're going with
pool,
them tomorrow.
the pool place for the next week, starting on Friday.
I am Joshua.
The house
Shield.
sitting gig.
I'm sworn
Man
to
check.
protect
Oh, yeah, Monday.
If you want to come have a jump swim.
Maybe later in the week. I've got weekend things this weekend.
Yeah, we're going on Friday. We'll be there for a week.
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
So much talking. Hey, look, there's a red star.
I know that's the Phoenix or something. All right, it's gonna come down.
It was so like hazy. It's been so hazy and shitty the past couple days.
Yeah. So you've been out walking?
Yeah, it's been crap outside.
Fucking crazy.
I'm ready for it to all blow away. But yeah, it's supposed to get to like 106, 107.
There's going
Yeah,
to
I mean,
be
it's
another war.
2-3 more months. It's not gonna be nice until September.
Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted.
Of course it does this as soon as I come back from Denver.
Yeah. What was it like there?
It never got over 73, but in the sun it
Nice.
was hot because the air's thinner and the sun is more intense in the mountains.
So are you a big fan of that band?
Not really.
Okay. They put on a good show?
Dylan and Clay are, and Chiaki really like. I mean, I like them; they're good, and I've listened to them some. But
Yeah.
they put on some. Yeah, they're a really good band.
By the Phoenix?
I just hadn't gotten like obsessive about them, but King Gizzard. But and at night it got down into probably the 50s, high 50s, low 60s.
That was y'all's Airbnb?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
It's getting cold.
Had a basement. Everything there has basements.
200 people pre-ordered this game in the last week.
200?
200 plus, after on top of who had already.
That's it?
I don't know. They're saying that means the demo worked.
200,000 or 200?
I don't know what 200 plus means. This is only on Amazon Prime. Oh no, this is the PS5 combo with the game. 200 people bought that. The console with the game. It's on sale for $5.59.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. The demo didn't make those people buy that because that's a console. They don't have a PS5. They couldn't play the demo. Fucking retarded.
Won't be hunting today.
Apparently, a chocobo eats someone and drags them off bloody in this.
Nice.
I'm sure you'll do brilliant.
They're horrifying.
I'll try.
Good luck.
So when they grow up, she probably wants to bang him.
Yeah, everybody's simping over Spider-Gwen and making all kinds of fetish stuff, but she's 15.
Yeah, she's 15 in the game, in the movie.
That's not okay in America. It's only okay in France. So what things make it Final Fantasy for you? Because I kind of was hoping for turn-based and airships, and free roam, and an overworld, and this is not going to have any of that.
Yeah, no.
It's good. I mean, there's open areas, but they're relatively linear.
Yeah.
But I think you can grind, which is cool, and there's bounties, which is rad, and it's very pretty, and it's medieval, and it's got chocobos, moogles. But I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. The turn-based isn't too much because they
till 2023.
they've always done a different type of battle system for each game, right?
My roommates used to make fun of me when I'd play 8. They'd be like, "Okay, now it's your turn to hit me. Okay, now I'll step back and I'm gonna hit you."
Yeah, I mean, I guess the settings and stuff like that, the characters, but. Because, so 2 or 4 had the active time battle.
Yeah.
So did 6, 5 and 6. 7 had it. 8 had it. 9 had it. And then 10 did that weird, turns thing.
I mean, this has charms that you can equip to make it
faster.
Do stuff automatically.
Yeah.
Dodge automatically. And
well, then 12 had that gambit system where you could basically just make the game play itself.
Mm.
I think, didn't 13 kind of have that too?
Yeah, I mean, that was what 13 was most famous for, is you could hit X and do the whole game. Make for still win, see?
Yeah. And then, I really liked the battle system and everything in the 7 remake.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I was really happy with that.
Yeah. Well, that's in Crisis Core.
The same kind of battle system?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a really cool way of translating the basic idea of Final Fantasy VII stuff to more of an action RPG.
I mean, it seemed like they were flexing on a couple of those, like 13 and 7 even, where they're like, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
You're going to buy it. It's Final Fantasy. I mean, they've got a reputation. It's like Star Wars movies. You're going to go. Except Donnie. You're probably not going to go see.
Well,
out of the 3 that have been announced, will you go see any of those if they happen?
No.
The James Mangold First Jedi?
No.
The Dave Filoni wrapping up the story of Mandalorian and Ahsoka?
No.
And of course, you're not going to go see the one made by the.
I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go see the one that probably what would be the worst one.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that
Part 10.
I'm not sure how many of those are actually going to get made.
But you don't really go to movies so much anymore, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, what would it take to get you to go see it? What's the last one you went to?
Last what movie?
You guys went to The Northman.
No, I didn't go to The Northman.
I thought y'all went and saw that.
The last movie I went and saw was I should probably stop recording. We're coming up with 55. I'm going to stop this recording.
Stop and start again.
And start it again. So I am stopping recording now. And we're back.
Did you go see Spirits Within in the movie theater?
Yes, I did. I saw it opening day.
Did you
I was like, this is not Final Fantasy.
No. There's no chocobos.
Yeah.
There's an airship.
It was the dumbest idea for a movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's wrong with you, Sakaguchi?
It had Gaia. That was the only Final Fantasy thing it had was Gaia.
Yeah, the Gaia idea. And it had all the celebrity voices. There was a Steve Buscemi voice, but the guy doesn't look anything like Steve Buscemi, so you didn't believe it.
Yeah.
That anyone used to live here. The old village of Stillwind is ahead.
Well,
Did you watch Kingsglaive?
Left of it.
Yeah, eventually I watched it.
What about the 7 one?
Oh, yeah. We
Don't
were
Cry
all
Baby.
about Advent Children when it came out. Like, I think we downloaded a Japanese copy of it and then had to download separate subtitles that somebody else had made.
That's at Sean's?
A what?
Were you living at Sean's then?
No, I was living at Wes's.
Okay.
We were like obsessed with that.
Is there a 4K of that?
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be. But I watched it a few years ago, and it definitely looks like CG from 2005.
Oh, yeah. So even in 4K, it would just look shitty because you could see all the...
Yeah. It just looks low res. It looks like old computer graphics, you know. Looks like an old video game at this point.
I remember noticing that the first 1080p monitor I got it just in time for Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is so beautiful, but I can see the edges of every polygon and every, where they...
Yeah, right.
How it's all rendered. That's going away. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Complete 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital. Came out June 8th, 2021. It's on Amazon for $20. It's on sale. That would be a fun episode to do. I remember also noticing that when I watched the DVD of Transformers, the movie 1986, the animated one.
Yeah.
There's somebody bonks one of the Dinobots on the head, and his eyeballs pop out of his head in a silly way, and you can barely see it. In the theater and on the VHS, you could barely see it, but on the DVD, you could go pause and go frame by frame.
Yeah.
And it was like, there it is. His eyeballs are popping out of his head like a silly Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Final Fantasy, like you were saying before, I think that Final Fantasy 13 didn't do as well. I actually think 12 didn't do as well as they needed it to, and 13 didn't do as well as they needed it to. They were kind of in trouble for some of that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good 15 did, but I think 14...
Well, nothing's ever good enough, though, for the Japanese execs. So, like, it's that whole Japanese dad making you do your homework. Remember, like Chiaki said, she reads books for fun?
Yeah. But I think they did some stuff kind of... I think they made okay money off 11, and then 14 has just been a cash cow for them.
That's yeah, it's like GTA 5. They haven't made it. But at least they're making more of these games. Rockstar kind of quit.
There's more. Hey, finally playing a game now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you like to play a video game? These guys give you enough skill points to like start fucking with the moves and figuring out which move you like the best and which one you want to use more and upgrade. This is the hot meat. So what's the last movie you went to see in the movie theater?
Okay, so yeah, last movie I went and saw at the movie theaters. Jeez.
I could have sworn y'all went to the North.
Puss in Boots?
Oh yeah. Okay, but that was a
I saw that on
family.
like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And then before that, the one I saw was the crappy Black Panther 2.
Why did you go to that?
Because it was a work thing.
Okay, so when's the last one that you went to yourself? Because you wanted to go, not movie or family or work event. I could have sworn you and your roommate went to Northman or something around that time. It was a big deal because it was COVID.
Well, the first thing I went to after like I hit the vaccine point, the 2 weeks where your vaccine was supposed to be effective or whatever.
Yeah.
Was Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah,
that was the first one. And then we saw
That was worth your time, right?
Yeah.
That was a cinematic event.
I saw The Green Knight in theaters. I saw Dune in theaters.
That's what I was mixing up with Northman.
Yeah,
The Green
I saw
Knight.
Dune in theaters. I saw Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters.
Okay.
And I saw Elvis in theaters.
Oh, on purpose?
Yeah, with my dad.
Oh, okay.
My dad wanted to go see it.
No,
Like,
that's
all
a family thing.
X, right? R2.
Because there's a theater right by my work, Galaxy Highland. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of a shitty.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking about taking a 2-hour lunch and going to like Transformers.
Right.
Just because I have to see every Transformers movie.
Yeah. Seriously, you even saw the crappy ones? Like,
Well, I like Bumblebee. Bumblebee was good.
yeah, I've heard that this new one kind of sucks.
I don't know.
It's Bumblebee universe, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I couldn't.
I mean, the
imagine.
new one has Unicron, who was the main baddie in the animated '86 one. So
Yeah.
I have to see the cinematic version of Unicron.
But yeah, God, some of those freaking Michael Bay ones were just just eye vomit. You
Yeah.
know, it was just like crap, CG explosion vomit on the screen.
Yeah.
You can't make any heads or tails of it. You can't make any sense of it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't see Transformers for the same reason I don't see Fast and the Furious. You know.
Yeah.
It's like why? Like I'm just
Because
gonna
they
be
spend money
miserable.
on it, and it's pretty. Like going to an art gallery. You're not gonna like everything there. Ooh, he's got projectiles. He's a mage. Oh, you could have been upgrading your shit on the abilities.
Main gear.
Oh, and you get a cuff soon too, and you can put something on those bottom 3. Yeah, timely focus.
I mean, combat.
You're in combat. Yeah, all these. You can upgrade these and get new ones.
I think it was Final Fantasy X. They started doing like the board, or it's like a board game.
Yeah.
It's like your abilities. And that's really kept going forever.
Yeah, see, that's 300. I don't think you can get 300 in the demo to upgrade those. But you can get those new ones. Oh, in combat. So you gotta kill everybody first. But yeah, you should do it before the next part. It's gonna be the big one.
Yeah, but with a lot of that, I'm like, yeah, I'm a grown up now. I don't eat McDonald's anymore.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with movies.
Well, and you have this TV. It's nice.
And also, yeah,
you
I mean,
your chairs.
Yeah, I have a nice TV, so.
You have a theatrical experience here.
But even then, like, God, a couple years ago, my mom and stepdad were here for Thanksgiving. My stepdad's like, I want to watch that Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
And so I put it on, and I was just like, this is crap.
Yes.
It is terrible. And it goes on. It's like 2 hours and 48 minutes long. It's such a long movie, and I'm just like,
Buddy's flexing.
Oh, it's so bad.
Bro.
Okay, so now I can do this stuff.
I think my kids like that, yeah. That's how I can tell if something sucks.
As if your kids like it.
It's like Jar Jar, my niece and nephew.
Yeah, that's what I
love Jar Jar.
That's still what I call episode 1, cartoon Star Wars for babies.
Yeah.
Swift recovery. I didn't even read what these are.
Get that downstrike too. That one's handy.
Stomp.
Yeah, step off.
Oh, that's
some
Advent Children shit.
You can do that, and then you can do the downstrike after that one. Yeah, you can step up off them and then do X square and smash them down.
So this is just some fighting game shit.
Yeah.
X while in the air, and then X square. Or hold square. X square. All right, I'll try some of these.
Thrust. Yeah, you get a bunch of points for this big dude you're about to fight, and then there's an even bigger dude after that.
Nice. R2, Phoenix Shift, Rising Flames. I guess at some point I'll be able to do that stuff, huh?
You can do that now. You have all that.
R2?
Yeah.
Can I change from Rising Flames to something else?
No, you only have the Phoenix right now. But when you finish this demo, your reward is that you get to have a Akon battle for later, and then you get 3 different summons. So it's like a whole different mode. It's challenge mode.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any movies I went and saw this year. Yeah, because around Thanksgiving I saw Black Panther, and then around Christmas I saw Puss in Boots.
Pussy Boots.
Pussy Boots. What has even come out this year? I think literally everything. I don't know if I've even been to a movie theater this year.
I mean, this summer is a big summer. We have Transformers, Spider-Man, Indiana Jones, Flash.
We're trapped.
You know what? You're not going to go see Michael Keaton be Batman one more time?
Again, I'll wait till it comes out here. I might see. I'll probably go see Across the Spider-Verse. I'll go see that one in theaters.
Yeah, it's pretty.
My nephew wanted me to come with him to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And him and his dad went, didn't tell me, of course. And then he texted me. He's like, "It's like the best Marvel movie so far."
Of course.
Like, all right.
I think we should go see The Flash as an anti-woke statement. Just to give them money.
No, it's
give Ezra money.
No, it's anti-woke to not give him money. Because they them is
oh yeah,
they're like just letting him off the hook because it's a they them.
Well, what if I want to be in his cult, his sex cult, and I want to support them?
That's
regardless of gender.
That's still
anti-woke.
Yeah, you're
pro-woke.
If he was not a they them, I don't think he would.
No.
I don't think he would. He'd be basically Jonathan Majors at this point.
What's his dick? Namor's in trouble.
Yeah, I just saw that some actress said and then he was like, we dated. She's just bitter and mad.
Yeah, he was mean to girls.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to be mean to girls anymore. That's the whole Me Too movement. It's the same thing that's been happening throughout history. Boys are mean to girls.
Yeah.
But they're put a new designation on it. It's like ADD.
I have a new slogan, T-shirt, sign idea. It's white women killed Emmett Till.
Nice.
Like all of them, they're all responsible.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
all
they collectively, every single white woman is individually responsible for the death of Emmett Till.
Yes, believe all women killed Emmett Till.
Yeah.
Was he the one that was accused of rape and went to jail?
No, he's the one who a woman said he whistled at her and they lynched him.
Okay. There was a guy recently that was let out of jail off of a DNA test off of a rape accusation.
Oh, yeah?
After 20, 30 years in jail. Which, like, why even let him out? Like, he's fucked up from jail. I mean, he should get to have his freedom, but he should have never been there. And now, 30 years in jail, especially for a crime you didn't commit, well, I don't want that person back in society. That's not good.
Well, if that was me, it would, like, you know, what the entire rest of my life would be devoted to.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Well, that's what Skrelly's doing. Did you see Skrelly on Skankfest?
No.
They had him on there with Shane Gillis. It was hilarious.
Oh, I saw that was going to happen. I didn't see that. I didn't actually watch it.
But he's working on AI now. And at the beginning, they were like, "What'd you do? 18 months?" And he was like, 5 years.
Yeah, he was there. It seemed like it wasn't anything, but
yeah, there's a lot going on in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I know.
He was talking about the Wu-Tang album, but he wants. I mean, he was basically bold-faced saying, "I want AI to kill everybody."
Yeah.
And I'm going to help.
Nice.
I'm investing all my money because society's fucked. You guys put me in jail for 5 years for capitalism, which everyone does. So I'm helping this AI company make the robots take all the jobs from the poor people.
Yeah, right.
And become sentient and destroy you all. As long as I'm programming it.
And we're not hurting this guy at all, it seems like.
Use your Phoenix stuff.
Oh, right. How do I do that again?
R2. Right trigger. And then, square.
Oh,
there you go. Joshua still needs me. You gotta heal.
Joshua still needs. That sounds pretty.
Joshua, Yeah, there's stuff you can get for the cooldown on that too. It's basically, once you have 3 Acons you can empower yourself with.
Yeah.
It's just going to be about juggling and figuring out good combos for switching between them and the cooldowns. It's kind of like God of War. God of War ended up being like that, where you end up. Well, you didn't play Ragnarok, but even in the first God of War 2018, you have your axe and your blades, and your talisman. So you have 3 different big abilities that cool down, and you can time it right where you're doing them all.
That was a little Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild-y. Where I get the parry and then attack him a bunch.
Oh yeah, flurry strike. And how is your HP going back up?
Are people healing me?
Maybe.
Or maybe it happens just naturally, like your HP
I think it has
goes
to do with the Phoenix. The Phoenix brings you back to life. Yeah, that was 1.05 damage. You're getting extra damage right now.
Yeah, it's because he's knocked down.
It's going up. It went from 05 to 10 to 15. He's almost dead.
I mean, I thought I was parrying him, but now I'm getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the movies alone, just for some peace and quiet to enjoy, Judge stuff for myself and get to pick my own shit.
Yeah, I know. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Slain.
Just, if only for 2 hours.
He has been slain.
So you got 45 ability points. You leveled up. So now you have more HP. All your stats go up. Oh, and you got a
leather
cuff for that slot.
Armlets.
Oh, and you can equip those 3 rings also that you couldn't during combat. Or no, I put it on game journalist mode because it gives you extra accessories that auto block.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see everything that's available.
Right.
Like sometimes the easier mode has more things to look at.
Yeah, what's funny is how much Jason, he's like all obsessed with like wanting to play this game now. So I think finally, I think RPGs have finally gotten dumb enough for Jason. I always used to give him so much crap.
Oh, he said reading makes me sleepy. He's not gonna like this. Too much reading makes me sleepy.
No, he's it's funny to watch him be all into like Final Fantasy and stuff because he basically he'd fall asleep. I remember we went and saw freaking Lord of the Rings and he fell asleep. Like anything that's like fantasy, he like falls asleep. It's like, sorry, it's not comic books.
Sorry, it's not special yayo book. Salary man book.
It's not anime. It's not your waifu pillow.
Anime hentai.
This guy? Oh, this guy. He's running away.
He's, yeah. How do you say that in Japanese?
Ksa. Ksa. That's like damn it and shit and all that kind of stuff.
No, run away.
Oh. Niguru! Niguru!
Undayo.
He has one of their horns?
This ends now.
That's how he calls his friend.
Oh.
It's just, he's a Bako Goblin.
Oh, is there another boss?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should have done all that. You did. You didn't do your abilities.
I
did your equipment.
Yeah, I didn't add any new ones.
What's in there?
Nice. Oh, it's a Marlboro.
Yeah.
That's what that you put the screenshot of.
Yes.
It's far south.
They're not supposed to be this person.
Keep clear of its
curtain
maw,
if you
my
want.
lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
Why is it a Moor Bowl and not a Marlboro?
I don't know, because that's medieval.
That's not the right name for a Final Fantasy enemy. It's supposed to be a Marlboro, not a Moor Bowl.
Was it Malabolgia before?
I always remember it as Marlboro.
Yeah, I think they were confused in the late 90s, early 2000s trying to make Final Fantasy.
Translate things from Japanese?
No, trying to make Final Fantasy movies.
Oh, yeah.
They're just trying to have a media mogul empire. Like,
yeah,
you make games, you're good at games,
yeah,
stop it.
They tried to do it. But like, and it was because their CG FMVs were so good that they thought they could do it, but I was like, you guys had a lot to learn about, like, what makes a successful movie, you know?
Yeah. Story, plot, rhythm. Characters. Yeah, they tried to just hire a bunch of celebrities and make it look pretty, and they were like, this will work. Oh, you already got him down pretty good. It's the same with Lord of the Rings. We were talking about with Gollum, where my wife was like, it's a fucking book. It never should have been anything more than a book. The Peter Jackson movies are nice, but it's still...
Peter Jackson movies are fine and great and all that, and they're very good.
It's still a book. It still always has been a fucking book.
The book is king.
Yeah, same with Watchmen. Suck attack.
He made some pretty funny noises.
Now you get to do
a cinematic strike.
Hell yeah. See, they're trying to make movies again. Stop it, Square. You're not a movie company.
Yeah.
Cinematic.
That seems pretty cool.
Get him in the penis tongue. He has a penis tongue. Oh, at the end of this one, you get the
I got it a little bit earlier.
But it's low opera singing. I mean, I'm not the lord of Final Fantasy. I'm not in charge of everything, but it does seem like there are certain things that should be in every...
Yeah.
Like an airship is a big one. It's kind of big. It's been in everything.
And I would like to have an overworld at some point, like one that's like Zelda or something. Like at this point, it feels like they could make a pretty big overworld with like modern technology and the resources that are available. I mean, it's like definitely bigger than Skyrim's world.
Well, still open world games chug for 60 frames per second at 4K. They can't do it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, everybody's Digital Foundry nitpicks that apart every time.
What are my abilities? I want to look at what I can do to fire with the fire and the sword. Lunge.
Got 47.
Exit up in the air. Burning blade. I hold it.
Yeah.
There we go.
You hold it and then it gets on fire and strikes at the same time. Horrible. Oh yeah, I had a bunch more potions and tonics when I was playing in.
I think I'm auto using potions because I had.
Oh yeah, you used the accessory. Stagger damage. So you should have multipliers now. Damage multipliers if you staggered.
You won't be gone for long.
Or that was staggered damage towards the stagger. So he's almost staggered. The cinematic strike should give you a stagger. I think, is that yellow thing the stagger? It's almost full.
This is cinematic evasion.
Cinematic everything. Cinematic spirits within. That's the just checking and see if you're still paying attention attack. Alright, so that yellow meter is how long is he's staggered?
I think so.
And you're getting 1.15 damage. And now he's not staggered anymore. Okay. And then you take it all the way back down. The yellow thing is full. And you take it all back down and get staggered again. And then it goes back up. I'm beginning to understand. There's been people going crazy with this fight in particular, showing how you can get combos.
What all you can do.
Yeah.
I think we made it angry. I'd rather we made it die.
one Akon now, but I don't know. She was talking shit about Clive because he doesn't have the Phoenix. The Joshua has the Phoenix,
Yeah.
but you're using Phoenix shit right now.
It's because you're his shield or whatever. I mean, I've read this already. It's like the people who are his like the protectors can use his power.
Okay.
But
yeah,
he can do stuff, and also you have crystals. And like if you have crystals, you can use magic. But he can do it all himself without having anything.
They started putting out lore for this like 2 years ago, right? Remember there was a website with all the countries?
Yeah.
And kings and stuff? That was a while ago. They're trying to get you ready to be bored with the talking.
What sucks is how as you get older, you're like, oh yeah, they just announced this a couple years ago, and then it was like 5 years ago. Like they announced Metroid Prime 4 6 years ago.
Did they?
Yeah, that was when the first announcement with like the title, like that. Whenever they said yes, Metroid Prime 4, that was when that first was announced.
What's the longest development? I thought it was Last Guardian. Last Guardian and Final Fantasy 15 took 9 years.
Yeah,
each.
Final Fantasy 15 took forever. Because it was supposed to be Versus 13. It was supposed to be one of the 13 games.
This is the problem with video game development. Is the same problem I have with transportation safety. They don't litigate fast enough for all the inventions.
Right.
So you can't develop a game fast enough before the next gen comes out. Like
Right.
if you're taking 9 years, that's the life of a console.
Yeah.
We're trying to make, the city, whatever, tries to make rules for bike lanes and everything, and then they fill them up with scooters and one wheels, and like we don't have laws for that.
Right.
There's trails in the woods that say no motor vehicles, and then there's people on there with electric.
Right.
No, it's not a motor vehicle. They can't figure out how to make the rules quick enough. It takes longer to make laws than it does to invent new vehicles.
Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but more balls.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment.
Do you want more balls or less balls?
If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here
That's
after
how you
dark.
start a Kickstarter.
We set off now,
That's
we
how you
can still
manipulate
reach
people.
Phoenix
The
Gate
marbles are
before
coming to the
nightfall.
gates. You have to buy insurance.
Right.
You have to buy marble insurance. This is as far as I've seen. I haven't seen beyond this. Super talking attacks.
Damned blight.
Boston's.
It's the blight. The damned blight.
Make for Phoenix Gate.
It's a castle sometime later.
Past the Grand Duchy to my left, one side.
See what Robert posted?
Thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword.
Yeah, it's over, Padme.
Sorry.
Straight down a marvel's gullet. More tales.
Drink and be merry, boys. Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself.
The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye. And one of these nights he may even deign to
Oh, they just
join
dropped the
us.
Chris Cuomo episode.
Oh, they did? Awesome.
Same as a day as a normal episode.
Damn, I keep going to Reddit. Like I just keep hitting the icon, and I can't. I'm not supposed to do that. Guess I should take it off my phone, huh?
Yeah. What did you say the new one is? Furzles?
What?
What did you say the new Reddit is? Furkle Universe?
So there's this Fediverse stuff, which is like different servers that can it's kind of like having a bunch of different Reddits that can share with each other, so it's not centralized.
Just a little tight.
I've been kind of looking at it lately.
So it's not an app, and it's not but it's an aggregate.
Yeah. I guess there's not a.
They
there's not an app for some of these things. Is the thing. So you can't scroll on the toilet while you're taking a shit.
Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father, why is it that the Dominus is always born in 12?
You made a Y-wing.
Oh, badass.
Doesn't seem fair.
I'm not fucking with any of that until I get auto build because I want to be able to do it again.
I got auto build. All you have to do is go under the Great Plateau.
What does that even mean? I thought it was the Yiga clan stuff.
And the crystals work their
The
magic
auto build.
through
You
us.
go, you go into the depths.
Yeah.
Directly into the Great Plateau, and that's where you get auto build.
Okay.
Blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of
I'm not even sure what the Great Plateau is. Is it in Hyrule Field?
To share that
It's the
power with
place you start out at in the Breath of the Wild, the very first area. Breath of the Wild.
So that is
Okay.
what we must
You know?
Yeah.
The tutorial area where
Yeah.
you wake up.
Okay. I can't remember where that is. There's too many regions. I can't remember all the regions.
I might have to buy this game. Damn it.
What? Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, I was planning on not buying it right off
Oh.
and saving some money, but I might have to buy it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. Pre-ordered it last week.
Louder, my friends! Louder!
The thing is, though, I'm still thinking I'll probably play Tears of the Kingdom for like at least 2 or 3 more months nonstop. So.
Yeah, but that's on the pooper. When you take a shit while you're playing this game.
With Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I play at least 85% of it on the TV.
Well, plus you can play. You can play Tears of the Kingdom during all these long ass cutscenes.
Right. But I want to pay attention to the story. I'm not your son.
No, you can grind Tears of the Kingdom with it turned
Right.
down and listen to these cutscenes and look up every once in a while.
Wondering where you got to.
But what if there's a sex
So much for
scene?
you being a fine hound.
I want to see them CGI titties.
The
I want to
nuzzling.
see them titties.
So this is
Man, I
where
wish
you've
we
been
were
hiding.
streaming this.
Not quite.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
You just be recorded. We could just have the recording. I wouldn't have
You
to
could have streamed it yourself.
Right.
And then I could have just recorded audio into the here watching you, and we could have put that over it
Vegetables I don't like.
later, right?
Later, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it all at once. I wanted to like combine it all together.
Yeah. Then I wouldn't have been on the stream, but I could put
Yeah.
myself in after. They've got it. There's got to be some reason for that red star. There's got to be something.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something behind that.
It's Mars.
He slew a marble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to.
Everybody was being very gay about you.
When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lord.
This is so Jon
Spoiled
Snow.
little lordling filing paperwork for your father's accounting firm in the basement for $5 an
I'm
hour.
a spoiled little lord.
Shekels.
You're the one they really believe in.
My paycheck said 5 gil per hour.
That's not true.
Did you have a comment on your paycheck back then?
A what?
Believe
A
in the
comma.
power of the Dominus.
When was the first time you had a comma in your paycheck? $1,000.
Jeez, I'm trying to
Brother
think.
the Phoenix.
It might have been. I think there's probably a time where I did a bunch of overtime
Isn't
working
fair.
for Hastings, maybe.
You.
Was that the music store?
Yeah, the books, music, and video store.
Okay. They had overtime what for inventory?
I don't have the
Yeah,
strength.
or just taking people's shifts.
Yeah.
I maybe got $1,000 paycheck there, or maybe it was when I worked at the hospital. Because when I worked at the hospital, I was making $7.80 an
What are you
hour.
doing at the hospital? Candy striping?
I was cheering up the kids like Patch Adams.
Yes. Saving their lives with humor. I'd rather you die happy.
Yeah. I worked in the pharmacy as a buyer, so I ordered the new the drugs.
God damn, they're shorting you. $7. Pharmacy buyers make a lot more now.
Well, yeah, but it was because the pharmacy techs made like $6.50.
Yeah.
And the pharmacy buyer made $7.80, and they were all mad. She was like, "Don't tell the pharmacy techs what you make; they'll get mad."
How did you get that?
Through my mom and some family friends that worked at the
Okay.
hospital.
Yeah, that sounds like a degree job.
Yeah. It was assistant buyer. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't like the main person.
Ass buyer. What's that on your
That was one
HR
where
sheet.
I couldn't. After a while, I just kind of stopped coming in on time because it was too early in the morning. I'd have to be there at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only job I got fired from for being late and not showing up.
Yeah.
And then, because I worked at Putt Putt. I worked at Hastings. I worked at the hospital. I worked at a movie theater. I worked at Mr. Gaddy's for like a month.
Hastings was the first time you were 1,000 there. When did you have to be there? Was it the mall or was it a strip mall?
No, I was in a strip mall. It was like
They
Hastings
opened at 10?
was a store that was only open in like smaller cities.
So you could never go to bed earlier? They wake up early and push your clock back?
I could go to sleep at 9 o'clock and still have problems getting up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I only got over that within the last few years when I started working out a whole lot.
I can't stay up past 1 now. Just because my body is a 9 to 5 body.
Right.
And it's like, once it becomes 1 a.m., I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't. It's not fun anymore. I don't feel well.
Yeah, I was definitely always at night. I always wanted to stay up on the computer playing video games until like midnight or 1 a.m. And
input, Stephanie.
Supplies from the capital.
What can I see here?
Geez, you think that something's going to go wrong?
Phoenix Gate.
It's very ominous.
Yeah, I worked at Mr. Gaddy's for like a month.
Yeah.
I worked at Hastings and San Marcos at college for like a few months. I worked in then really it was that, and then I started working at Telenetwork, and after that it was all tech support and nice.
The blood is alive.
Cat spa.
Yeah, I don't go see movies so much anymore just because I don't like being told to have to be at a place at a time.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be really good for me to go tune in for something on the antenna TV or...
Yeah.
You know, that's why streaming is weird. Like, you have to, if you want to see the live stream, it's very exclusive for if you have it where, you know, most everything else is just recorded and ready for later.
I did get...
At your leisure.
I am going to go see Dude Bro Party Massacre 3 at Alamo Draft House with the guys there. So it's you remember 5 Second Films?
Mm-mm.
YouTube, it was a YouTube channel. They made a movie called Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Yeah.
Like in 2015. And they are doing a screening of it, and the guys are going to be there in August at Alamo Draft House. So that... I want to see it Across the Spider-Verse, so I'll see that. And then this, I don't think I've seen any other movies this year in the theater.
Across the Spider-Verse is very cool.
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the
We
castle.
know who they are because we read the
I must
active
get you to
time
safety,
lore
Your Highness.
system.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Oh, I saw Creed 3. That was the last movie I saw.
Oh, you like
in
it?
theaters? Yeah, it was good.
What, did you go with someone?
Yeah, I went again with my dad because I was helping them move into their house, and he was like, "You want to go see Creed 3 at the theater that's close to where they live?" And oh, badass.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff with my dad where it was his idea. Lord of the Rings, he always wanted to go to those. We went to Gladiator. We went and saw the Alec Baldwin, Sir Anthony Hopkins one about the bear.
That was called...
where the black guy dies first.
Yeah, Harold Perrineau, the guy from
He says,
Lost.
we're going to kill the motherfucker.
What is the name of that? It's not Fear. It's something like that. It's like...
Yeah, that was good.
Wild or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
The Edge. That's what it was.
The Edge.
Are the
Yeah, I remember my dad took my brother to go see that movie, and I guess when the bear killed Harold Perrineau, Dustin started crying. It like disturbed him so much it made him cry, and he was like in middle school. He wasn't even.
Was it because of wokeness against racism?
Yeah, he was like,
he was so offended.
It's
that they killed the black guy.
because he liked that actor because that he was Mercutio in the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet, and I watched that movie a lot. So Dustin watched it with me, and I guess something about it just like completely disturbed.
So he cried because he's gay and he's in love with that guy.
Right. Right.
What was that?
That makes more sense.
I have to help them.
That's cool.
He's got the full Phoenix. He is the Phoenix.
Everything's on fire.
5 is just using the Phoenix.
Back, Your Highness, he's not one of us.
Fucking interlopers.
No. Must do my duty.
So he gets tired.
Yeah.
Try to save your strength.
I hurt my butt.
Yeah, that's definitely the last movie I saw was Creed 3. And I don't think I've seen any other movies in the theater this year since Christmas.
There's no way to do medieval British style with it, without having a little bit of gayness. He's got a doily on. He gets tired.
Oh, you know what? The hell's wrong with both of us?
What?
We saw Super Mario Brothers like a month ago.
Oh yeah, we just went.
Oh, how man? Am I getting old? Am I getting Alzheimer's? Not remembering these things. So I've seen Creed 3 and Super Mario Brothers this year.
Yeah, that was a big summer movie this year. Super Mario Brothers was a big deal.
It's still making money.
And I'll probably go see The Flash because seeing Batman in 1990 or whatever it was, 89, was such a big deal.
Yeah, it was a revelation.
Well, I wasn't allowed. I had to fight for I had to lobby my parents with all these speeches. I had to write a paper.
Oh my gosh, you guys were way more strict. Your parents were way more strict than mine.
We were in deputation to be missionaries, so we were staying at a town in this compound to learn to be missionaries.
Yeah.
So it was a bad look to let the 12-year-old go see
not a good
a PG-13 movie. And my sister was 14, and so I was like, well, if I go with her, then she's my guardian.
Yeah, right.
But it was a tiny town with one of those Paramount-y looking theaters with the big marquee in the middle of the town, the Majestic. So it was like, they were like, there's no way if you guys go, somebody won't see y'all. What if we go at night? No, we can't let you go out at night. Then that's a bad look. So does he have abilities you can upgrade since you're getting ability points? His shit is different.
No, he doesn't. He has attributes.
Okay.
It's probably because you only get to play him this little time.
Yeah. Oh, they've got pixel remaster, guys.
Oh, do they do?
Yeah, when you paused it in the bottom right.
Oh, how cool. Yeah, I remember seeing that in theaters. That same year we saw Ghostbusters 2 in theaters. That was not 89, man. That was a big deal year. I don't think I saw Last Crusade in theaters though. I definitely remember seeing that on video at home. But yeah, summer of '89 was a big summer.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
But you are gonna go to Spider-Man. You're not gonna go Flash. You're not gonna go Transformers.
No.
You're not gonna go Indiana Jones.
No.
Your Highness,
I mean, like Flash, I'll definitely watch here. I'll watch, but I'll watch it. I'll download it or something.
It's gonna be on Max. Max got all the WB shit. I mean, if it doesn't do well, they'll probably stream it fast.
Yeah. And then I just have no interest in any Transformers. I saw the first Transformers. I thought it was pretty good, and then the second one, everybody was like, "This is absolute terrible Michael Bay trash."
Well, we went to Top Gun too, recently.
Yeah, that was last year. That was last summer. That was a year ago.
Oh Jesus.
And then there does not need to be another Indiana Jones movie, especially not under Kathleen Kennedy and current Lucasfilm and all that kind of stuff. I have no interest in a new Indiana Jones movie.
I mean, a lot of people are going to go see it that don't know anything about any of that stuff.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I remember Indiana Jones. But it is not tracking well.
No.
It's not tracking that it's going to make what they needed.
If it doesn't track, then it's not going to slap. It won't be a bop.
It will not bop.
It's not going to be a bop.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Dune Part 2. I'll go see that in theaters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
You have an Xbox Series X? Oh, yeah.
Oppenheimer, I'll see that. That's probably the next movie
yeah.
I'm going to see in theaters, aside from maybe Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed banger. There's no way that's not going to slap pop. Track.
You'll sit in the theater and you'll be like, what the actual fuck? This slaps.
He has a crystal.
May the winds
Hey, that's
lead
cool.
you to Rosalith.
That's new. Is that the Moogle now? Is that what Moogles are now? An owl with a jewel in his head.
It's Hedwig.
Grow up, Clive. Get a haircut.
There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to
Maybe
safety.
Asteroid City, the new Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces.
Maybe the
to
new
rally
Mission
at the gate.
Impossible.
Now go.
Yeah, if people are gonna not go see Flash because Ezra whatever is a piece of shit, then they should have not gone to any Tom Cruise movie ever.
I will do my
Because he's a weird religious nut, whatever. I mean, you're not. I haven't seen anybody ever boycott a movie because the lead did something bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how Alec Baldwin's movie turns out where
Right,
he
we'll
shots
see
someone in the
about that, yeah.
face.
I'm counting on you, Joshua.
But the timing is crazy. I don't remember a movie coming out before where the star got in this much trouble.
Well, it's
during
because-
production before it came out.
Well, they've also been working on it forever. It's
Yeah, the
this is
9-year
like the
development
last
cycle.
one. This might be the last movie. Well, no, there's the Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
The last movie of whatever it was that they were trying to do with DC.
Somebody put a meme today where if you have a time traveler or a underwater deity, your movie's gonna be fucked up because Ezra Miller,
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors,
Right.
The what's his name? Kang is a time traveler.
Yeah.
And then Namor is underwater royalty, and Amber Turd.
Yeah, not much else coming out.
So did you get your attributes back now? Do you have any skill points from before? It's 129. Where'd you get all that? From the marble?
Yeah.
So you can't upgrade anything yet. There's one above there.
Oh, you can master it.
Yeah, if you go up. There's another circle.
Oh.
The Phoenix stuff. But that's
I don't have enough.
expensive.
Yeah. But I guess you can, yeah, if you master something.
It has extra blasts off of it.
Okay. Through all the doors.
Until something bad's about to happen. There's something bad's about to happen. Music is playing. Oh, noise.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ronnie's getting the combos down.
We're too late. Everyone's dead.
You're getting Gil.
Just button mashing like it's Tekken.
GTA was the first one where if you kill somebody, they drop money on the ground and you can pick it up.
Like
in every other game, you just get to have it. But GTA had a thing where it was
like River City
they're
Ransom.
dead and there's their money.
River City Ransom coins pop out when you fight them.
Assassin's Creed had where you have to search the corpse. You had to take time
Yeah.
to bend over and pat them down. It sucked. But it was worth it. You got stuff. They're really trying with Assassin's Creed now, and I don't think it's going to go well. Because they're going back to Baghdad or whatever.
Well, they're going back to the first Assassin's Creed, right? To Jerusalem?
Yeah. It's the guy from... It's the Middle Eastern guy from the Viking one. He's got a base where he's forming the Creed.
Yeah.
So then he goes back to Turkey or whatever, and I think they get into Jerusalem. But then, so did you watch the gameplay demo for Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws?
Yeah.
The 10-minute one?
That looked cool.
I don't know how they're going to fit all that shit in a game. It's got
Yeah.
reputation, cover, blaster
Well,
stuff.
the other thing is, I don't know if that's really gameplay. That might be a mock-up.
Yeah. She doesn't have the Force.
Yeah, I do not want her to have the Force. I want a game where you are not a Jedi for once.
Yeah, she's an outlaw.
Yeah.
But it's got speeder bike battles.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with it was she got in the cockpit of the ship and took off, and it was a cutscene. And then she was in the atmosphere. So you get control of the ship again in atmosphere.
Right.
The HUD came up. I wish you could take off. That's been what I wanted with Star Citizen and Starfield, and No Man's Sky has it. Because there's some opportunity there for some cool chase sequences. Like, you got to get off planet. It's like she was being chased by the Empire.
I'll keep the others occupied.
Why did they all come here to try to fight a magic family? Do they not have magic? We're going to go kill the magic family. Good job. That was one of the funniest Adam Friedland bits. I'll kill the government for you, baby.
That's them done. Are you all right?
Yeah, I mean,
fine.
it's got
It's my father and Joshua
you know,
I'm
the
worried
Final
about.
Fantasy things
should head
that
back.
are in it, but it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy.
I mean, this is not going to have an airship.
Hey, it's a Dragoon. It's Kane.
Clive, look out!
Cinematic evasion.
May I have this,
Night of the Blinding Dawn.
He's an Imperial
Make for
Yeah,
his death.
Dragoons.
And you are
That's
the
cool.
shield who was blessed by the Phoenix. Not that it will save you.
That's cool. So this is the Final Fantasy thing, right? It's a Dragoon.
Yeah. Yeah, the overworld is just a map with points that you move
Well,
around.
so is that's Final Fantasy Tactics, right?
Yeah.
So like,
everybody loves that.
I mean, that was a tactics game, and it was Final Fantasy, so that counts, right?
What everybody was bitching about with all the videos that have come out is that they're bullet sponges.
Is there what?
They're bullet sponges.
Oh yeah.
And that it takes too long to kill. But this
Well, that's
seems
the same
pretty
thing with
balanced.
remake Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah. I want it to take longer. I want to look at the stuff. They worked hard. They spent money. It looks nice.
And probably once you're stronger, once you're like at higher levels, you
What's
go
the-
back to like low level areas. You probably are able to beat the crap out of them really easy.
What's parry?
It's you hit attack right at the time that they're landing an attack.
Oh, that makes sense. That's better than like Elden Ring had that shield thing where you just like there's hold the shield up and then the shield bump. For parry.
He's open!
Get mad.
Cinematic strike.
Get mad attack.
Now, Clive! Have at him!
Get his ass. Iconic punishment. There you go. The jumping down slash lunge.
You're going to regret that, boy.
You should stop saying where he's gonna land every time.
Yeah, I know.
Here's a big bright light where I'm gonna hit you. It's my turn to hit you now. Now it's your turn to hit me.
Nice.
So is there magic parry or just weapon parry?
I don't know. I guess it hasn't told me yet.
Your triangle button is fire, but you can only parry by hitting square when they're about to hit you. That was one of the coolest things in one of the YouTube videos, is the crazy parries against the huge dudes.
Yeah, it's the same every time.
berserk.
Ability finish.
Da-da-da.
Oh yeah. Spoils.
You get a bracelet. So now are you going to be grown up and get hair? Normal hair?
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
So, they sent in the dragoons. Imperial vipers. Do they
What's in
really
the
mean to invade
special
us?
editions of cool stuff?
Just extra, a couple little extra accessories that you can equip.
No, the physical.
I don't know if there is. Oh, there's a big book probably.
Great. More reading.
Yeah.
Our work is done.
This is just copy paste all the text from the active lore.
Look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
Take your steed.
Final Fantasy 16 Physical Collector's Edition. Oh,
What is that?
I put in the wrong Roman numerals. Da-da-da. Oh no.
All right, we're about done with this recording, so I'm going to stop it.
Okay.
This will be 2 hours for me to throw together.
Steelbook. Cries of Clive Rossfield Steelbook case. Cloth map of Valis
Yeah,
Thief.
right.
Bloodsword DLC. Digital mini art book. Digital mini soundtrack. Pins. You can get pins.
I have no interest in pins.
There's a statue. There's a Phoenix versus Ifrit statue.
Right. All right, I'm going to stop it.
Okay.
Goodbye.